Hey Keenan, I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted.
Why's that?
We just started March. Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Jordan Rowland.
And I'm Keenan Hall. We have a great show for you tonight. But first, we're about to jump into some hot topics. Later this week, Cinema International will be presenting The Liberator, a Spanish film which follows Simon Bolivar as he fights in Latin America for independence from Spain. Bolivar brings together many different races, social standings, and nations in order to defeat the Spanish Empire, and so that he and his people can live in a safe and free Latin America. The Liberator will be playing on Thursday, March 7th, 2019, in the Kerr Center Theater. The cost is free.
Last Wednesday, the Department of Art and Design unveiled the Magic Silver Show, the Elena Diane Curris juried photography exhibit. The exhibit features a wide range of photographic media, including traditional photography and experimental digital media. The Magic Silver Show is sponsored by Dr. Constantine and Joe Curris and is in memory of their daughter Elena. The exhibition was juried by Brooklyn artist and professor Bradley Dever Treadaway.
What I tried to connect was a sense of purpose. You know, people kind of looking within, doing something meaningful and internal, and using photography to help communicate or express something from inside. And I think that manifests in a lot of different ways.
Performances of William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing start this week as part of the Murray State Shakespeare Festival. Performances will run March 8th through the 9th at 7:30 p.m., March 10th at 2:30, and the 12th and 13th at 10 a.m. The event takes place in Robert E. Johnson Theater. Much Ado About Nothing pokes fun at the language of love, and it highlights the importance of honor in the pursuit of power and romance. Tickets are free with your Murray State ID, and general admission tickets are $15.
The OVC basketball tournament kicks off this week in Evansville, Indiana, and Murray State's men's team will be among the competitors. Blake brings us more on how the team is preparing for the big game.
Just days after Murray State was cutting down the nets after clinching an OVC regular season championship on Saturday, the team is going right back to work. A record-breaking crowd of 9,012 fans filled the CFSB Center to watch the Racers defeat Austin Peay 94-83. Even head coach Matt McMahon was impressed by the turnout from Racer
Incredible
Nation.
atmosphere. It was awesome. It was awesome. I think you really got to, at least I tried to just step back and appreciate it. You look around and you're playing in front of 9,000 people. You're playing for a championship.
Although the Racers faced a 4-point deficit at halftime, the record crowd willed the Racers to a strong second half that ended in an 11-point win and their 26th regular season title. While there was plenty of time for celebration, the Racers now have to shift their focus to their OVC tournament game on Friday.
We take the first part of the week really just to focus on us. We've got a lot of getting better to do in all areas. So we'll spend a lot of time on us these next couple days and then start focusing in on potential teams we could play.
Those potential teams could include either Eastern Illinois, UT Martin, or Jacksonville State. Eastern and Martin will play the first-round game on Wednesday to decide who will advance to face Jacksonville State in the quarterfinals. No matter who comes out on top in those games, McMahon said his team has to be ready for anyone.
You have to prepare for all of them because you never know what can happen in tournament play. So we'll certainly take that approach throughout the week.
With the Ford Center playing host, the Racers will put their season on the line in hopes of continuing to dance. For senior guard Shaq Buchanan, that's all the motivation he needs.
That's enough motivation right there. You know you need that win to advance to the next day, and that's our focus right now.
Coming up after the break, we'll put mine and Blake's makeup skills to the test.
They're good at talking sports and decorating cookies, but can they apply makeup as well? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. We have with us Blake and Keenan, And tonight they're gonna put makeup on Macy and I, and so we're gonna see how well they do. And we're gonna slightly guide them, but for the most part they're gonna be on their own. So we're gonna see how this goes. And if we'll be photo shoot ready or a makeup tutorial fail. So.
All right.
I can already tell you which one it's going to be.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Photo shoot ready.
Tell me where to start because I have no idea.
Go for
Maybe
some eyeshadow.
Yeah,
Eyeshadow.
you can
Is
either start
that
with the face
this?
or with the
No,
eyes.
this
No.
It's
Sure.
totally
This.
up to you.
Okay, some more feet.
For you, Kaylee, it's
All
really
right,
hard
that's it, right?
to
Yes.
Cool.
really find
What
it.
Just
is
really
on
bang it in
eyeshadow?
there.
Pick a brush.
Okay.
I don't know where to
And
start.
tap it out a little bit.
Any of them. Okay.
Sure,
That's
and this
good.
is for your eyes.
That's a
I'm
lot.
gonna trust
yeah.
you.
Wow.
Use
Okay.
your
Maybe tap it off
This
a
should
little
be
bit.
fun.
I'll tap it off
Okay,
in your
do I
eyes.
have to
It
match
doesn't go under my eyes. Okay.
your
Where's it go?
skin
On my
or
eyelid.
just go with
No,
whatever
just
you're feeling?
whatever.
Okay, close your eyes,
Okay.
please.
Got it.
I'm gonna go with a
You're
little
doing
this,
great.
Oh,
a
wow.
little bit of here.
Okay.
You know what the
That's
name
gonna
of this
look
color
good.
is?
I do
Okay.
not.
You don't.
I really
don't
like
know
this
much about
shade of
makeup, do you?
brown. Yeah, matches your
Okay.
complexion a little bit.
All right. Don't
Okay.
open your eyes.
Feel
Okay.
free to,
Don't
you
blink.
know, mix
Okay.
and mingle some colors.
Why my hands are shaking?
Most
That's
definitely.
another-
Okay, cool. Is this orange?
Different brushes if you'd like.
Sure.
All right. Wait.
Or
I'm
not.
not done.
You're just going to do it
You
all in
relax
one.
your
I know
eyelids.
this is more for
Thank you.
fall weather. but
Eyeshadow
sometimes
goes
you
on
have
your
to
eyelid,
Okay.
right?
work with what you
Okay.
have
You sure?
as an
Yeah.
artist.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm
So
doing
I
pretty
think we're
here.
good on the eyes right now. We're gonna see what we're
I
working with
think-
here. Keenan, how's it going over there, man?
Hey,
Maybe
just
maybe
worry
do
about
a
your
little
guess.
foundation.
This is the top off from what I've heard. Okay, so
Okay.
foundation.
Got one eye down.
Okay.
Right, now the
So
other.
what I like to do typically
Okay.
is start from the
Move.
lips and then go up.
Nice eye. How does that feel?
Okay.
This feels
Good.
good.
I call that
You're
the
good.
Joker.
All right. Let me get a little more
I'm
there.
just glad you're not poking me in the
tastes
eyeball.
great.
I forgot what color I used.
It's delicious.
Okay, no, I didn't. I got it.
What flavor is it?
Flavor. Blake, you're not eating this, man.
Kaylee keeps wanting to eat the makeup. I don't think she's ever tried this stuff before. Okay.
Go
So you
gentle with that.
typically-
Children. Oh, there's
Just a
more
dabble
hair
do
in there.
you when
Just
it
a
comes
dabble
to
do
this
ya.
stuff. Sure.
Okay. Now, do you want
And
me
this
to
is
cover
for
the
the
entire
eye, so
eyelid or just
we'll
a
make sure to apply
majority?
that
You
there.
just trust your instinct. Keith.
Yeah,
You
got it.
just do what you think.
Perfect.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to help you. You gotta do you.
Sure, go
This
the
is
other
a
eye.
competition. We have to win.
Feel free to
I
blend
have
at
to beat
any
Blake.
moment.
I beat him
Yeah,
at the cookie
blending,
I beat him at the cookie contest. I have to beat him at this.
Like
That was
Kaylee
Macy
said,
doing over
blending
there.
is.
looking?
Look,
Okay.
she
She's
looks
great.
good.
She looks good, doesn't she?
That's gorgeous. How about this?
Wow.
It
Okay.
has a football game. actually.
Okay. All right.
Feel free to blend some other colors in there,
In
Keenan.
your eyes, really?
Yeah.
Feel free to blend
But
a
use a
little bit.
different brush.
Oh,
That's
I
for
can't
the
use the same
lips.
one.
No,
Of course,
I
that's
mean,
where I'm
no.
doing now.
Why not?
I don't
want that
think I
brush.
want anything else on my lips.
Okay. We'll go with this. here.
No.
Okay.
And we'll do a little bit of this in here.
Okay.
No,
I
think
didn't
they
want
call
Blake
this
to do
color,
my makeup anymore. That was a bad idea.
Brown sunshine.
You knew what you signed up for.
right.
You signed me up
So
for.
Keenan should be a makeup artist because
Okay.
he's going at it over there.
This says nude, so it automatically got my attention. Let's see.
That is
Life's
not
a
true.
beach.
That is
Bootylicious.
not true at all.
Where does this go?
I'm in this
not gonna
win.
tell you,
Blake's in
'cause
this
then
to
you're
make
gonna
her
do
look
the
like a
opposite.
It's
clown.
gonna go to the wrong place, no matter where.
Okay.
Feel,
Okay.
Just keep on ruining
Wow,
it, man.
that is
like
gorgeous.
you literally
All right.
You
dug
are
your hand
killing
in
I
there.
don't know how much
Killing
you
it.
need.
Yes.
Slaying.
Just a dabble,
Yes.
do ya?
Your
Yeah.
eyebrows. I'm not eyebrows.
don't tell me
Your
I
eyelids
can't
are on
do it.
fleek right now.
Eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
Foundation.
Which foundation?
This right here.
Okay.
Use this. Be careful. It's really liquidy.
Okay. I
Be
can't get this
gentle.
on my shirt.
You know
just
what I
bought
do?
this.
I
Never
put it.
returned
I put it on my hand right here, and then you just take
Okay.
this.
Okay. Put a little bit on your hands,
Swirl it,
and
and then you
then
just.
just
yeah.
like dabble like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna do this hand because I am right-handed.
I am eating foundation.
Is it delicious? How's it tasting, Kevin? Wow.
Oh my God.
You look so great.
Okay. We're not even done
Macy, your
yet.
eyeshadow looks really good.
Okay, foundation goes
This is
on
a
your
box
cheeks.
I haven't seen
On
yet. Is this the
all over
same
my
as
face.
this?
Oh,
No,
Okay, what's this do?
Is
for
that-
my
is
cheeks.
that
That's
right?
good. And then you just,
Okay.
you just dab it.
Blush, right?
yeah. Don't use your fingers, Blake. I have like
Okay.
brushes up here.
Make it cover my whole face. You're not
Whole
gonna hurt
face.
me.
Is that
Whole
enough?
face. Just go for it.
Yeah,
Put
that's
your
good.
hair in a ponytail.
Is it in your way?
A little bit. It's all right though. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it here.
I get it in my hair all the time. Don't feel bad.
That's not good. That's not good for your hair.
I'm not exactly a pro.
Okay. I watch my girl do this sometimes in the mirror. I never know what's going on, but I have a sense. Some
Isn't
kind
the
of sense.
final product though the best?
Yes, it always looks great at the end.
What is this?
And that's what we're gonna go for here.
You
You
just
know
keep
too?
pounding
Yes,
stuff
all of
on
it.
my face.
Whole face.
I'm just enamored by all these colorful concoctions. What's this do?
That was eyeshadow.
Actually kind of fun.
Brush,
You may have
not
found your
finger.
calling, Keith.
Sure. Smaller brush for your smaller
You don't have to do it that much. Just
Sorry.
a little couple swipes.
Just a couple swipes of Dia.
Okay. A little bit more. Running
I
out.
don't have any makeup wipes.
It's a really
So-
stark contrast.
After the
You
show,
guys have to come back on
I'm going to be
camera
walking around
today.
campus like this.
Well, you're gonna be ready. I don't know about you.
I think you look beautiful.
I was just looking
Yeah.
out for her. Blake's destroying her right now.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
I don't think I trust you with anything close to my eye, like eyeliner.
I'm
really You trying are to looking accent the gorgeous, Rudolph honey.
Thank you.
No.
I think
Here we
this
go.
Smash
All
right.
Box
In there.
will do the
Yep,
trick.
finishing
Always
it.
on liquid lipstick.
I got a little couple spots here. Let me get all the
Rouge
spots.
All
right.
liquid.
Are you sure you don't want to add it to my lips? to
Okay,
add a little
close your mouth.
color to my lips?
I think they look pretty. So you don't need it. Just go to the side
Do you?
here.
Oh, there you go.
This isn't going to come off.
You can just use makeup wipes. It'll be alright.
Okay.
Or I can do it for you if you need me to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We
All right,
are almost.
You ready to
there
lock
we
it
go.
in yet?
All right,
Do we
what's
have
next?
judges for this or what?
Okay,
This is going to be a contentious
Why
affair.
don't you give me some eyeliner?
Eyeliner.
Okay.
No,
It
you're
goes
not going to.
right
I don't
under my
trust
eyelash.
you.
Oh,
with
I'm
that.
supposed to finish off with the powder is what I was told.
There we go.
Okay.
Not that much. Bang it off.
Okay. Little bang.
Okay, I need you.
All right, little powder on the forehead.
Okay.
Of course.
I think I wiped
Don't
it.
want me getting too oily on camera.
Of course. Any of the deficiencies right now should be taken care of after this powder.
Okay.
Just go kind of go like a straight line.
Okay, good. Just blend it a bit.
Blend it.
Kind of look like a Victorian queen.
So
Just what I want.
I skipped arts and crafts,
Yes.
So I'm not really good at drawing a line.
All right, we've got about 10 seconds to finish our looks.
All right,
So,
Keenan, make your final touches.
final touches.
All right, team effort.
Oh wow, I just destroyed it.
Great job.
There.
Okay.
All right, I am about done.
They really do look similar.
Yeah, almost.
All right.
I really like your
What is happening
blending,
over
The
there?
blending in the cheeks.
The blending of the cheeks, that's what
There's no
does it.
blending.
The blending is really good in the cheeks. Yeah. Do you have a mirror?
I don't have a mirror. I'm
All right,
Take a
probably
look.
lucky I
Final
don't have
looks.
one.
Final looks.
Oh.
Boom.
Wow, I'm actually impressed.
Yes. I did better than you did.
Your
Work
whole
of
eye
art.
is black. Well, we hope you enjoyed the boys ruining our faces. I think the clear winner here is Keenan, simply because Blake, I think, tried to make me look as ugly as possible. But we will be back with some more All In.
Welcome to All In. On today's show, we'll recap the All OVC selections that were announced today, preview the OVC tournament, and of course, make some bets. But first, let's see how our bets performed last show.
Blake predicted the women's basketball team would go 2-0 versus UT Martin and SEMO, which they did, and Blake won 3 chips. Blake also won 2 more chips on the bet that the women's basketball team would make the OVC tournament. They finished in 6th place for the OVC tournament. For our final 2 predictions, I won 1 chip on the Murray State men's basketball team, covering the 15-point spread against UT Martin. But unfortunately, I lost 2 more chips on the bet of Ja Morant going over 10 assists in both games last week.
That brings our final chip count to Keenan, 27, and Blake, 33. Now it's time to ante up. Welcome to All In for our OVC tournament-themed episode. The All OVC Awards were announced today for the men's and women's teams. But before we jump into our bets, let's recap how the women finished. The OVC All-Newcomer team was highlighted by freshman Macy Turley and junior Evelyn Adebayo. On the All-OVC second team, Turley also cemented her spot. The 10-person All-OVC first team squad was highlighted by Evelyn Adebayo. And to cap things off, Macy Turley was named the OVC's Freshman of the Year. So Keenan, a lot to be celebrated there with the announcement of these awards today. Another thing to be celebrated, the Racer women's team clinched the 6th seed in the OVC tournament. They will now play UT Martin on Thursday at 3 o'clock in that first round of the tournament. That's a team they've beat before, so it's certainly possible for them to get to that quarterfinal round. But let's talk about Austin Peay real quick, and then we can kind of preview this UT Martin game. You were there on Saturday. What did you think of their performance and really their momentum and turnaround as the season starts to wane?
Well, the game kind of started off slow for them, but after the senior Michaela Manley hit her first shot of the game and first 3 for the Racers, they turned around pretty quickly. I mean, they pretty much had their foot on their necks the entire game. So for the Martin game, I think the main thing will be handling turnovers, just going against that pressure from Martin because they're going to press them. So as long as they handle that pressure and keep the turnovers low, I think it'll be a good game.
Sure, I agree. It's definitely going to come down to turnovers, and we're going to get to that with their bets momentarily. But in that last game, they played Martin. They came out on top, and they led most of the game. But in that fourth quarter, they committed 11 turnovers to the Skyhawks. And the Skyhawks almost mounted the comeback late in the game. But I think the Racers escaped with, I think, about a 3-point win there. But it's going to come down to that. 25 turnovers in that last contest. It's a miracle that they survived and got out of there. Right. But that same thing isn't going to happen in the OVC tournament. Obviously, the better team is going to prevail there. UT Martin with a great bench. The Racers probably one of the thinnest benches in the league. So it's going to be interesting how that plays out. I think they're going to win. I know we kind of disagree a little bit on that. Yep. But so that kind of brings me to the first bet. Do you think Murray State will win one or more games in the OVC tournament?
I think they'll win at least one. I think they'll get Martin. I think they'll go get the Martin game.
Okay.
After that, I don't see them getting past that second round in the OVC. Okay. As you said, their bench is pretty thin.
Sure.
So I'll put 5 chips that they beat Martin, but that's probably as far as they go.
Okay. For this team, I think it's really dependent on who shows up. We've seen different teams where you have a team where 4 players will come and score double figures, and typically those are the ones. When the Racers come out on the winning side. But when they don't, when it's just Evelyn and Macy, those are the times when you see the team struggle. So I believe that they're going to win that UT Martin game, and then that next game they'll play the winner of JSU and Moorhead. They've beaten JSU before, had some tough contests with Moorhead. I'm gonna match you on that with 5, but I don't believe it as much maybe as them winning that first game. It's definitely going to be tough. But yeah, I'll match you with 5. Okay. So let's go to our second bet. We mentioned the turnovers. 25 in the first one, I think 22 or 23 in the first meeting they had with UT Martin early in the season in January. Let's set the line at 19. Over under, what are you thinking there?
I'm thinking they go over.
Okay.
As you said, that fourth quarter they committed 11 of their 25 turnovers. So I'll say they go over 19 turnovers. I'll put 6 chips on that.
Okay. Interesting. This is one I don't really. I don't. My heart's not in it.
All right.
Because they've let me down before, and 19 is not enough compared to how much they normally have turned the ball over against them historically.
That's true.
But I'll go in. It's time to keep up my winning ways. So I'll match you with 6. So from there, let's go on to men's basketball. How about that?
Okay.
Cool. So we saw the women's awards. Let's jump into the men's side to see how they performed in the OVC award race. Junior Darnell Cohort has been named to the all-newcomer team along with other players from around the conference. The Racers had 2 representatives on the all-OVC first team. Shaq Buchanan and Ja Morant both made that list. Buchanan also made headlines by receiving the OVC Defensive Player of the Year award, and sophomore Ja Morant received the OVC's highest honor by being named the OVC Player of the Year. So definitely some big honors there, especially for Ja. It's actually the second year a Murray State's men's basketball player has won the OVC Player of the Year after Jonathan Stark won it last year. So definitely a big honor there. We don't have a lot of time, so let's just jump right into the men's team. They clinched the double bye on Saturday with a win over Austin Peay, an electric game. I know you were there.
Yep.
What kind of momentum does that kind of hold for this team as they prepare to face the winner of Jacksonville State and the winner of Moorhead State, or excuse me, UT Martin and Eastern Illinois?
I think they'll keep riding that momentum that they've already created and that they've maintained for majority of the season. I mean, Ja Morant's been explosive all year. He's kind of hard to stop no matter what you throw at him. I mean, he overcomes it. So, and with guys like Shaq Buchanan, he's averaging 13 over about 2 steals a game. So, and Defensive Player of the Year. So, I think they'll be good this year.
Interesting. That's going to be an interesting thing to watch, especially that first round with EIU and UT Martin, because those are both teams. UT Martin beat JSU earlier in the season. JSU is obviously the favorite in the next quarterfinal matchup, but I think it's possible that they could end up being upset. We'll get to that with the bet coming up. But let's get to this first bet, and it's a simple one. Will Murray State win the OVC title?
Will they win the OVC title? That's a good question. Of course, any sane person would say yes, but you got to look at the determining factors. I mean, you got Belmont up there as well. Austin Peay, they're not too far behind Murray State. They have a very good team, very good front court, and have a lot of good players. So I'm going to say they don't win the OVC tournament. I'm going to say they get to the championship game, but they'll lose.
Interesting.
I'll put 7 chips on that.
Yeah, big spender today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if that was 7. I'll count it later.
I'm going to say yes, and here's why. They played JSU early in the season, a 20-point demoralizing loss, road loss to the Racers. They played Belmont early in the season, 13-point loss at home. Both of those, John Morant wasn't at full strength. I think that you're going to see a renewed John Morant in this one, and obviously, when he plays well, the whole team plays well. I mean, that's just common fact. But I think this team has shown last year they did the same thing. They lost the 2 games. They ran the table, won the OVC championship. Could we see the same thing again? I think so. I think this team is playing with a renewed sense. You've seen Darnell Cowart's progress late in the season. He's really come on. So I think it's going to be there. It's going to be tough. I think they'd really be helped if Belmont lost in that semifinal to Austin Peay. But I will match you at 6, and maybe the Racers get a little luck in who they play in the championship or the semifinals, whatever that may be. Next bet. Let's go this JSU game, at least what we think will be the JSU game right now. Let's set the line at -6.
Okay.
What are you taking there? -6 for JSU, excuse me.
I'm going to take the over.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to take Murray State +6?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I think it'll be a close game. I think free throws will put them over late. I think they win by at least 10.
You think? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not expecting that big of a turnaround. I'd like to think Murray State can pull it out. I'm not going to take that bet right now. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
This wild card bet, we'll wrap up with this. There's looks like some matchups in that first round that could be some potential upsets.
Right.
There'll be 1 point. Let's say this wild card. There'll be 1.5 upsets in the OVC tournament. Are you taking the over there or the under?
I'll take the under. I mean, it's not a pretty stacked conference.
Okay.
It's very top heavy, so I'll take the under on that. I'll put 3 chips on that.
That's interesting. See, I think already, just looking at what I mentioned, the UT Martin EIU game, I think UT Martin has a chance to get that upset. That's going to be one right there. And then even that next game with UT Martin and JSU, I mentioned UT Martin has beat them already. I think that's a potential. There's also potential for that Austin Peay Belmont upset. Peay's playing great. Obviously, they almost beat Murray State on Saturday. I think there's going to be 2. I think there'll be 2 upsets. Okay. And we will see how that plays out. The first game starting on Thursday and spanning until Saturday.
All right.
That'll do us here. That's all for this week on All In. Tune in next show to see how our bets land. Stick around for slam poetry from Sam.
Yeah. A poem. Peace up. A-Town. Yeah, okay, Lil John. I'm in the club with my homies trying to get a little V1, keep it on the low key because you know how it feels. I said Shawty was checking up on me. From the game she was spitting in my ear, you'd think that she knew me, so we decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she was ready to blow. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh. She said, come get me. She said, come get me. So I followed her to the flow. She said, baby, let's go. And that's when I said, yeah. Luda, watch out. My outfit's ridiculous in the club, looking so conspicuous and row. These women all on the prowl. Hold me steady like I'm about to mick the cow. Forget the game, I'm spit the truth. I won't stop them until I get them ready to go have a nice dinner with me. Then bend over to your front and touch your toes because yoga is healthy and we do not want you pulling a muscle out on the dance floor. I left the jag, I took the rolls, they ain't cutting, then I put them on foot patrol. How do you like me now when my pinky's valued over 3,000? It is a transfer from somebody else. I lost my pinky in the war, so that's why it's worth so much money. Thanks, Ludacris. Me and Ush want to leave him dead. We want a lady in the street, but a freak to tell him, good night from MSU tonight. This has been my slam poetry. Come back next week.